Hey, welcome to Computer Programming in C++. Today we're looking at overloaded functions. Uh, Overloaded functions are basically where we're going to use the same function name to accomplish different but similar purposes. So we're looking at an example I've set up here in cpp.shell. And you can see here I've created a function rectArea, a relatively simple function that's going to take in an integer length and width and return an integer area. So I created a main function here to call that rectArea function. I'm not using these variables yet. Give me a warning. But we're going to be looking at here, it has the user enter an integer length and width, and it computes the area and then spits out the answer. Let's just try running this program to see how it works. So it could be 5 and 3, enter, the area is 15. Works great. What if we wanted to compute really a floating point or decimal area? You could try running the program again and do 5.1, 3.5. But first of all, this program was set up to take in integer values. It's possible a different programming environment could actually just spit out errors. Here it just spits out a completely wrong answer because it got something different than we expected. So I want to modify the program so that it will use double variables here, like floating length and floating width. Let me just fix this all the way through. And let's try running that and see what happens. Oh, you got to change the word integer, but that's not going to affect the outcome. Okay, it accepted my values as doubles, but then it still computed the area to be 15. And I was actually curious to see how C++ shell would deal with this. Would it just spit out a complete error message, or would it do something else? It did a computation, but it's not exactly what I wanted. Now, what I need to do is modify this function. But the truth is, I don't want to get rid of this function. I might want to use it for integer calculations later on. So what I'm going to do is create another version of this function. So there, I've replaced the data types with different data types. Data types double. All right. Try it. So now I've got a version that will work with these decimal values, and I have a version that works with integer values. I can keep them both in the same program, and it will choose to call the particular function that matches the data types that we put in there. That's pretty cool. The other thing that we can do is we can actually just have a totally different version of this. So there, I created a version that only takes in one side. Maybe this is for a square, in which case I actually need to fix this. There we go. You could take it a version. What if somebody called the function and didn't have anything in the parentheses? You could have default values that go in there. That'd be yet another version. So you can create alternate versions of the same function, all to be used later on within the same program or family of programs. That's overloading a function. Thank you. Until next time, you take care.